Good evening, this is the Newshour Agenda. My name is Pranesh. The fact that Pakistan has sponsored terror and shielded designated global terrorists is not new. But the manner in which they were called out today by Javed Akhtar in Pakistan has made headlines. Attending a poetry festival in Lahore, Javed Akhtar did not mince his words. He said the 26/11 attackers came from Pakistan and did not fall from moon. You have to listen to this and contrast this with what Manishankar Iyer had said when he had gone to Pakistan. We'll talk about that, but this is what Javed Akhtar said, exposing Pakistan in Pakistan.
हमने तो नुसरत के बड़े-बड़े फंक्शन किए, मेहदी हसन के बड़े-बड़े फंक्शन किए, आपके मुल्क में तो लता मंगेशकर का कोई फंक्शन नहीं है। तो हकीकत ये है, चलिए अब हम एक दूसरे को इल्जाम न दें, उससे सॉल्व नहीं हो। ये अहम बात ये है कि ये जो आजकल इतना गर्म है फिजा, वो कम होनी चाहिए। हम तो बंबई के लोग हैं, हमने देखा हमारे शहर पे कैसे हमला हुआ था। तो वो लोग नॉर्वे से तो नहीं आए थे, ना इजिप्ट से आए थे, वो लोग अभी भी आपके मुल्क में घूम रहे हैं। तो ये शिकायत अगर हिंदुस्तानी के दिल में हो तो आपको बुरा नहीं मानना चाहिए।
Every patriotic Indian is endorsing every word of what Javed Akhtar said. But there are people who are part of the ecosystem who have a problem with Javed Akhtar exposing Pakistan in Pakistan. They have a problem with Javed Akhtar holding a mirror to Pakistan. They have a problem with Javed Akhtar telling Pakistan that if you want peace and normalcy, you must stop terror. Let's start with the Congress's reaction. Shama Mohammad, the national spokesperson of the Congress, has taken umbrage. She is miffed with the fact that Javed Akhtar called Pakistan a terror sponsor.
Ma'am, Javed Akhtar was in Pakistan. He was put forward with a question that why do India keep talking about terrorism and complaining about terrorism, to which he said that the perpetrators of 26/11 are roaming free in Pakistan. They didn't come from Syria or Egypt or Spain. Then who should we complain to? It has to be Pakistan who should act as they say.
Now why is he in Pakistan? Ask him that.
Javed Akhtar ji has shown that he has a spine to speak up before the Pakistani community of what India feels about 26/11. While the guilty of roaming free in Pakistan, here is one Indian who stood up and said what is the correct thing. And I think a lot of Indians in the ecosystem must open their eyes and realize here's one man who's speaking his heart.
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's quickly open this up. Aparajita Sarangi, Member of Parliament, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Rahul Ishwar, activist. Sushil Pandit, activist, political analyst, regular on Times Now. Vivek Bansal, leader of the Congress Party. Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress. Vivek Srivastav, political analyst, completes the panel. Good evening to all of you. Sushil Pandit. Every Indian today, sir, at least the patriotic Indians, are happy that Javed Akhtar did what he did, said what he said. But what do you make of this reaction of the Congress Party? When we do surgical strikes, Congress asks for sabut. Now that Javed Akhtar is saying that Pakistan exports terror, terror was behind 26/11, Congress is saying, why did he go to Pakistan?
Well, I remember when he'd gone to Pakistan with Atalji in a bus to Lahore, he had similarly told Pakistanis on the table, he was just fresh out of his film Border, for which he had written songs, and Border was very popular. He had given a piece of his mind to then Director General of PTV, who was a former army officer, former general. And he didn't miss a verse then also. I respect Javed Akhtar for speaking his mind. I don't always agree with him, but more often than not, he speaks sense. He has a point of view. The problem is Congress today is not bothered about its revival. It is not behaving as a normal party. It doesn't want to learn lessons from its past politics, past stands. It is digging itself deeper into a hole in which it finds itself. it is not able to get the sense of what the popular opinion is, where the country is, what they expect of them. They seem to be always on the wrong side of history. They have to seriously introspect, because Congress is, all said and done, an option in our democratic polity. If Congress collapses as an option, which it has, then we are poorer as electorate.
Okay,
as
Congress must introspect, says Sushil Pandit. Let's put that to the Congress spokespeople on the panel, Lokesh Jindal, Vivek Bansal. Mr. Jindal, would you like to take that first? What is the problem, sir, if Javed Akhtar is exposing Pakistan in Pakistan? आपने मणिशंकर अय्यर को तो नहीं पूछा कि आप पाकिस्तान क्यों गए?
During our times, we had kept culture insulated from politics. We had Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan coming to India. We had Pakistani singers coming to India.
No, but Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan के साथ तो कसाब भी तो आया था, sir.
Listen. The point is, till the time culture, art and architecture and all these forms of aspects are kept beyond politics, it becomes a source for bringing two people together. It plays a role of social constructivism.
Mr. Jindal, you are still not answering the question. What is the problem if Javed Akhtar exposed Pakistan in Pakistan?
The trend that has emerged is politicization of culture. You have Kashmir files.
But this is not about culture, we're talking about terror. What's culture got to do with this? And in any case, Pakistan has no sense of culture. That's a separate debate. Pakistan, Mr. Jindal, I'm sorry to say, Sushil Pandit can speak for 45 minutes, if not less, on how Pakistan has no sense of culture. But we don't have that time. We'll have that debate. You know, I'll have both of you. Let's have that debate some other day. But I asked you a straightforward question. Should the Congress not be applauding Javed Akhtar that he put India first in Pakistan?
See, in which capacity did Javed Akhtar visit Pakistan?
Now, Aparajita Sarangi will ask you, in what capacity did Rahul Gandhi go to the Chinese embassy, sign the MOU? Now, I don't want to get into all of that. She wants to come in, but 1 minute. You're not answering the question, Mr. Jindal. No, don't do this. Vivek Bansal, do you want to try? Do you have an answer? Why is the Congress fulminating today when Pakistan stands exposed?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate Mr. Javed Akhtar's suggestion. What he said, he had the gumption to say this in Pakistan, in their backyard. So we have to appreciate that. You call a spade, there is no harm in it. And as far as you were saying that Kasab Aya, so during this NDA rule, do you remember that in Parliament what had happened? Terrorists had entered the parliament. So don't try to equate these things. If Mr. Jindal was citing that we had insulated the culture from politics, so there was nothing wrong in it. So you don't have to just
what is this culture narrative? I don't understand. Mr. Pandit, I'm sorry, I'll have to bring you in again. Let's first dismantle this, de-hyphenate the two. There is no cultural ties with Pakistan because Pakistan does not understand culture, sir. Mr. Pandit.
Listen, Pranesh, you must know, you cannot,
let him speak, sir. Let's show some culture and courtesy here, please.
You see, I think you cannot treat your life in silos, in compartments. Cricket is not a separate compartment, culture and films are not a different separate compartment, politics is not a different compartment, security and economy are not different separate compartments. These are all integrated. They all affect each other. Which is why today, if Pakistan is miffed at us, they have severed economic relations, they have severed diplomatic relations, we have severed cricket relations, we have severed cultural relations. We do not let each other come into other domain. Because there is an existential challenge to us. We face an existential challenge. Our unarmed, innocent citizens fall victim to their terror machine.
And every day, Pakistan's proxy war in Kashmir is killing Indians every day. Let's stress on that word, Rahul Ishwar. Let's go beyond this culture rhetoric.
Just two submissions. When Ghulam Ali Saab came to Kerala and India, it was my privilege to touch his feet and get his blessings. Today, every Indian, Javed Saab spoke for every Indian, and it is such a laudable movement that unfortunately some of our liberal friends are feeling offended with. See, when Manishankar ji can go to Pakistan and say, help us bring down Modi, it is secular. When Javed Saab goes there and even questions terrorism, it becomes communal. See, this is the skewed narrative in India. Being Indian beyond any politics, it is our high time that we applaud Javed Saab together. And had I met him, I would have touched his feet and asked for his blessings. This is the great Indian voice that every Indian should raise.
No, you must meet him, do what you want to. But Mr. Bansal, are you still not convinced? What is this culture thing with Pakistan, sir? What culture?
No. You see, culture. What is sports? We in international tournaments we play with Pakistan. So let's not talk about culture or sports. Pakistan is our enemy number one as far as they are exporting terrorism into our country. It cannot be condoned and it has to be criticized in no uncertain terms. As far as the statement of Mr. Javed Akhtar is concerned, he had the gumption to say all this, and we praise that.
Now I am glad at least you've got there. Now hear me out. Let me read what Sam Pitroda had said. He's no stranger. I'm sure you know about him. Just hear me out, sir. He said, and I'm quoting March 2019. Don't know much about attack. It happens all the time. Attack happened in Mumbai also. We could have then reacted. 8 people. He's referring to the 26/11 terrorists. Come and do something. You don't jump on entire nation. Naive to assume that just because some people came here on attack, every citizen of that nation is to be blamed. I don't believe in this way. So, now this is Sam Pitroda. Then Manishankar Iyer goes, not one word against Pakistani terror. And what does he talk about? Aparajita Sarangi, do you remember what Manishankar Iyer said?
Pranesh, what do you want to say? What do you want to conclude by this?
I'm coming to that. Let the BJP spokesperson come in. Can I
come in?
Please, ma'am.
The response of Congress has amused all of us. I will say we are amused. We are not shocked because they are habitual offenders as far as this particular response is concerned, as far as this particular situation is concerned. They have been behaving in this funny manner always, and this reflects the ideology of the Congress. They always indulge in Pakistan appeasement policy, and I just pray to God that they should put an end to this policy. You know, here is a person, Javed Akhtar, who goes to Lahore and who has the guts, who has the courage to speak out his mind. Now there is nothing called culture or anything else. It is just his nationalism, just his love for the country that has made him speak like this. And I think all the Indians here who are patriotic, who believe in nationalism, would be proud of the fact that Javed Akhtar had...
There is no nationalism, says Vivek Srivastava. Vivek Srivastava, there is no nationalism in exposing Pakistan on terror.
Nonsense, it's all nonsense.
Yeah, it's all nonsense. You see,
let me speak.
These terrorists, no, 1 minute, Mr. Srivastava, now 1 minute. Sawal to sun lijiye, sir, what will you answer? Let me ask you a question, Vivek Srivastava.
हाँ सर, अरे पहले ये इनको सर आप
सवाल तो सुन लीजिए.
जावेद अख्तर का बैकग्राउंड तो मालूम नहीं है ना, शबाना आजमी का बैकग्राउंड मालूम है. He is an atheist. He is a left liberal.
अरे तो भाई एथिस्ट नेशनलिस्ट भी तो हो सकता है.
Kafi Azmi lived there in a one room set.
उससे मतलब क्या है सर?
हाँ, मुझे तो खुशी है that Rahul Ishwar is willing to touch the feet of a left liberal. And so is Sushil Pandit.
So he should not be. No. If he is willing to, if he is willing to touch his feet, what's the problem?
He doesn't hate Pakistan.
No, but what's the problem if Rahul Ishwar wants to? What is the problem? Tell me one thing. No, 1 minute. Vivek Srivastava. अब ये तो intolerance है sir. Rahul Ishwar can't even touch Javed Akhtar's feet.
I'm so happy. मैं तो बहुत खुश हूं सर. सारे लेफ्ट लिबरल्स का फीट टच करो, हमसे कुछ सीखो.
अच्छा, वो बोल रहे राहुल ईश्वर, you should touch his feet also. Why just Javed Akhtar?
कल्चरल. अब आप सुनिए सर. नहीं, आप तो हर लेफ्ट लिबरल का फीट टच करिए सर. हम तो खुश हैं कि हमारी आइडियोलॉजी को आप एंडोर्स कर रहे हैं.
क्या है आपकी आइडियोलॉजी सर? Abusing India is your ideology?
I am happy.
No, what is this ideology that you're talking about?
Visits to Pakistan. It is not abusive. I am happy. So let me speak now. Please let me speak. I am happy you are endorsing cultural visits to Pakistan.
I am only... No. 1 minute. You got it wrong again. You're mixing up two things. 1 minute, Vivek Srivastava. I am not allowing this. You're mixing up two things. 1 minute. Javed Akhtar, the reason some people are miffed with Javed Akhtar today. Vivek Srivastava, 1 minute. मैं बोलने देता हूँ. सुन लीजिए. Let me give you the right context. Then you answer. The reason that people... The reason... Mr. Srivastava, don't heckle me like this.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
The reason people are miffed with Javed Akhtar, I have great regards for you, sir. I never interrupt. Ab sun to lijiye. 30 seconds. The reason people are miffed with Javed Akhtar is because he put India first. वही crime है उनका. पाकिस्तान में जाके इमरान को भाईजान नहीं बोला उन्होंने बोल दिया कि आप तो यहाँ से एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं.
देखिए अब सर मुझे बोलने दीजिए आप. Faiz Ahmad Faiz was a communist in Pindi conspiracy case. He was jailed. Communist Party Pakistan, which sprung out of CPI, was banned and was an underground organization in Pakistan. This is the background of Faiz. And we endorse Faiz, we endorse his poetry, we endorse his culture, and that is why leftist poets like Javed
Who is endorsing communism today? Who is endorsing communism today? You may endorse what you want to. Who is endorsing communism? Sushil Pandit. Who is endorsing communism today?
वो peace लेकर के गए हैं. वो पाकिस्तान को
Sushil Pandit coming in. Rahul Ishwar, I'm coming to you next. Sushil Pandit now taking on.
Yes.
Srivastava, Mr. Srivastava.
Faiz Ahmad Faiz was a communist. Faiz Ahmad Faiz was an atheist. Faiz Ahmad Faiz was a decent poet. But when he wrote his will that after my death a Maulvi should give me a bath and they should read my Fatiha and I should be given an Islamic burial, that is when I came to know how big an atheist he was and how big a leftist and a communist he was. What a big progressive he was.
He spent his life.
बहुत हल्की बात कर दी हमने.
Fighting with the Pakistani authorities
and
for socialism.
And what did he write? What did he write in his will?
Do you know this?
How did he die? He died an Islamist. He died an...
Yes.
Do you know he supported the creation of Pakistan? Did you know he created a Pakistan? Do you know he supported Muslim League? You supported the creation of Pakistan. You and he together supported the creation of Pakistan. You were in league with Muslim League. You were supporters of Muslim League project in Pakistan.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, sir. You were supporting the division of India. Partition of India was supported by CPI.
Yes,
CPI and Muslim League.
जिसके ऊपर हिंदुवादियों ने काम किया. And Jinnah was his friend.
आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं.
That what you are talking of happened when there was no option left. मैं कोई झूठ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. ये सावरकर की 2 nation theory तो जिन्ना को गिफ्ट की गई थी 1930s में. बोलिए आप उसके बारे में और कंडेम करिए सावरकर को यहाँ.
अरे पाकिस्तान को कंडेम जो कर रहा है उससे आपको प्रॉब्लम है. Now you are back to Savarkar. You make up your mind. Who do you want to condemn? Vivek Srivastava. Who do you want to condemn? Okay. Now if I'll make it easier for you. If you had to give 2 names that you want to condemn.
Pranesh.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Pandit, make your point.
Gangadhar Adhikari. Tell him, does he know Gangadhar Adhikari? Does he know Gangadhar Adhikari? Does he know about Adhikari thesis? Don't you know that he supported division of India?
I know, yes, I know.
Then how? Then
that is a different issue.
Why are you lying?
But it was the Savarkar who coined this theory, gave it to Jinnah.
It is not a different issue. It is not a different issue.
And Savarkar was convinced that these two religions and these two cultures cannot stay together.
Okay,
and Jinnah
now, Mr. Vivek Srivastava, every time you don't have an answer, you go back to Savarkar. That's all that you do. Vivek Srivastava, every time you don't have an answer, you go back to Savarkar. Rahul Ishwar.
All I'm saying is,
what kind of politics do we have if we cannot openly support Javed Akhtar? Javed Akhtar said something very relevant.
No, that's not the point, Rahul Ishwar. No, you're catching the wrong end of the stick. Don't support Javed Akhtar. Support what he said, what he's done. Support, support his stand of putting India first. That's the point, like Sushil Pandit said. Like Sushil Pandit said at the outset that we don't always agree with what Javed Akhtar says. But here he is, ambassador of India, has gone there and has put India first.
We have to condemn Manishankar
I said that openly in the beginning itself, that I don't completely support Javed Akhtar all the time.
Mr. Jindal.
Can I comment?
Of course, please.
There are many issues on which I differ.
Pranesh, when we are talking about culture...
We are not talking about culture. We are not. We are talking about Pak terror.
The Fairs festival for which Javed Akhtar had gone, that deals with culture. Now he is not acting in the capacity of that of ambassador. What has happened is presently the government's dispensation...
Now, let's not get into who's acting as per what capacity, because then the... Then Aparajita Sarangi will ask you about the Chinese MOU, and then this debate will get derailed. I don't want to, I don't want to go there. Now, Mr. Jindal, now 1 minute. You're talking about culture. Okay, let's talk about culture for a minute. I'll tell you. Here are some numbers and names. I have a list of names banned by Pakistan when UPA was in power. Ranjana in 2013, Bhag Milkha Bhag in 2013, Dirty Picture in 2011. Chalo, you the name Dirty Picture, they must have thought napak hai ye, anti-Islam, all that. That's okay. Chalo. Ekta Tiger bhi ban kar diya. Ye cultural ties, anyone?
See, what is happening is, Pranesh, you are getting it completely wrong. See, India and Pakistan didn't exist when the cultural ties were there between these two regions. Cultural ties...
India always existed. No, 1 minute. India always existed. Pakistan did not exist. Kya bol rahe, Mr. Jindal?
Exactly. What I'm saying, so what is Pakistan now was...
No, how did India not exist? What are you saying? Mr. Jindal.
When he went for the
Mr. Pandit. Now, what do I tell someone who says India did not exist then? India always existed.
Thousands of years.
That time Bharat existed, not India.
तो ठीक है, भारत existed.
Not India.
तो आप नाम ही रख देते सर.
अरे तो भारत हमने तो रखा ही नाम है ना.
तो फिर तो इंडिया से क्या प्रो? इंडिया मतलब क्या? यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. मिस्टर पंडित, मिस्टर जिंदल, अब आप फंस गए. आपने जो लाइन पकड़ी, अब आप उसमें फंस गए. अब आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं निकलूं कहां से. अब आप सुशील पंडित आपको बताएंगे अगर कुछ गुंजाइश है कि नहीं. मिस्टर पंडित.
Sir, they are confused about not only our nationhood, not only... Where is he chirping up? Javed Akhtar went in whichever capacity, did whatever. We are only isolating this specific comment of his for commending him. That's it. We are not endorsing his entire politics. We are not endorsing all his stands on all the issues. You can. You don't have to be brain dead and blind. You have to believe. You have to behave rationally. You cannot. You have to.
I endorse friendship with Pakistan. I endorse talks with Pakistan. I endorse peace.
No, at what cost? Vivek Srivastava, at what cost do you endorse all this? At the cost of our people?
Mind communism.
At the cost of our people, sir?
Mind communism.
At the cost of their blood?
That is pig-headed communism.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What has Pakistan done to all your overtures? What has Pakistan, Mr. Vivek Srivastava, do not live in denial.
That's pig-headed communism.
Yes.
Will you go and say this to the families of our martyrs, people who made the supreme sacrifice?
Great.
No, you want peace with Pakistan.
Fine. Do you
Pakistan is not ready. No, Pakistan, Mr. Srivastava, Pakistan is not ready to give up terror. Pakistan, Mr. Srivastava, is not ready to give up terror.
Listen to me now. Do you endorse, sir? Do you endorse
what Manishankar Iyer did in Pakistan? Do you endorse that? Yes or no?
I endorse, yes.
Do you endorse what Manishankar Iyer did?
I endorse.
You endorse what Manishankar Iyer did?
What wrong did
Going to Pakistan, what wrong? There you go, Aparajita Sarangi. What wrong did Manishankar Iyer do when he said that he went to Pakistan, he made an appeal. Let's all unite to remove Modi. What wrong did he do, Aparajita Sarangi?
In 2015, let me speak. In 2015, not only Manishankar Iyer, but also Salman Khurshid had gone to Pakistan. And they were candid enough to tell Pakistani people that they wanted to dislodge Mr. Modi in India because that was the only way by which we would be having good relationship with Pakistan.
So the only way, there is only one way that Pakistan knows to dislodge governments. And that way, and that way is well to known to the world. A military coup, the part deep state takes over, comes to the forefront. Jail, don't laugh about Mr. Jindal. ये तो documented history है sir. ये मैं गलत नहीं बोल रहा हूँ ये.
We have been helping Turkey. We have been helping Turkey. We have been helping Afghanistan.
तो आप तो intolerance बोल रहे थे India में. Now that we are helping Turkey.
Turkey was totally against us.
Exactly.
But we helped. Yes.
But that's the Indian culture. No, that's the Indian culture. But that is the Indian culture. This is the right culture. This is the right culture.
It's good.
The culture that you are endorsing.
I stand by it. It's good.
Culture that you are endorsing, unfortunately, is what Pak stands for. That is of exporting terror to bleed innocence.
The Indian culture is not what the present government is endorsing.
Then all of you, all the leaders of the Congress party,
all the governments must
there are now 1 minute, Mr. Jindal, I don't want to bring in Pulwama here because we don't have time. There are people in the Congress who said this was homegrown terror. You know who are these people? You know the names of these people. If you don't know, I'll send you a WhatsApp.
No, we still don't know who are the accused. We still don't know who are the accused.
Of course, the charge sheet has been filed, Vivek Srivastava. आप पढ़ते नहीं है सर, चार्ज शीट फाइल हो गई है सर, उसमें पूरा डिटेल है.
चार्ज शीट क्या होगा, कितने साल हो गए साहब?
चार्ज शीट क्या होगा, वही तो प्रॉब्लम है, कितने साल क्या हो गए?
थोड़े समय के बाद काफी.
तो ये हाफिज सईद कहाँ है? हाफिज सईद कहाँ रहता है सर?
How many years sir?
हाफिज सईद कहाँ रहता है?
लटकाए जाओ उसको पुलवामा.
नहीं, हाफिज सईद कहाँ रहता है बताइए?
That is okay.
No, that is okay.
That doesn't mean
that is okay.
And you don't talk to nations.
And you want peace with Pakistan. Why don't you pick up the phone? No. Why don't you pick up the phone? Call your friend in Pakistan. Ask him to hand over Hafiz Saeed.
I want peace world over.
No, try that. Pick up your phone. अब आप किसी फोन अपने दोस्त को फोन कर लीजिए. आप अपने दोस्त को फोन करके बोलिए. Let's do that on live television. Why don't you pick up your mobile phone? Dial your friend in Pakistan because you have such great relations with people there. Tell him that why did you do this to India? Why did Pakistan send terrorists to attack Taj Hotel?
No, why don't you?
No, let's do that. Your friend will disconnect the call. That is the Pakistani culture. The sooner you realize it, the better it is for our country. I have run out of time. Just like some of our guests have run out of logic and argument. I thank all of you. Ms. Sarangi, Rahul Ishwar, Sushil Pandit, Vivek Bansal, Vivek Srivastava, Lokesh Jindal, thank you for joining us. Akhtar versus Pak Premis is our hashtag. Use that to engage with us. We are moving on.